Hello guys, so let's talk about function now. So in our previous video, we talked about formulas and I showed some example on how to use formula. So as a recap, formula is an expression that you use to perform a specific calculation in a particular cell. So you use it for a specific calculation in a particular cell. So that's a formula. So for function are predefined built-in formulas. They are embedded formulas that when you want to use them, you make use of their keywords. So that's a function. So the difference between the two formulas and function, you make use of the function with their keywords. You need to know the name of the function you want to call, and it takes in argument. Unlike the formulas, it doesn't need any argument. You just need to enter your calculation when you need to calculate. Okay, I want to add this and this together, so you get your result. So for function, it takes in argument, and you need to call the function name. You need to call the name to perform the particular form express calculation you need to perform. So that's the function. So let's try to see an example. So for the previous class, we said formulas always starts with equals. To when you equals, when you want to write a formula, you start with equal sign. So likewise here too, if you want to start a function, you start with equals to. So like I said, function is just the embedded formula. It is embedded when you are calling sum. You know that sum is just series of addition. You want to add a lot of numbers together, so that's addition. So addition in a lot of addition that is just embedded to one particular name that can do all the addition for you. So that's function. Now let's try to look for do some statistical function today. Then in the next class we pick another function. So let's do some statistical function. So first let's go equals. Then I want to do the average sales here. So let me say the average avg. So I want average for this net sales. Let's pick for this net sales. So you can see my formula here, this formula bar. Let me just close the bracket and enter. So this is my average sales here. I have 6,565.6 cents. So that's my average sales. For total sales, we can use the sum here too, sum, because we want to get the overall sale here. So let's just use this. So get the formula here. The formula is formula bar. So that's our total sales for all these total sales. The total sales. Now to get the 50% sales, the sales that falls between in the 50%, that doesn't go beyond 50% in number of sales. So I will explain that later. So we use median for that, equals median. So let's get this too. As you can see the formula here, let me just click and just press enter. So I've gotten the result. So this shows that my sales between $692. These are my sales that falls between 50%. That falls in the 50% of my sales falls between $0 to 6,192. So 50% of my sales fall between this the number of sales. So let's do our minimum sales here, equals min the lowest sales in this particular price. Just close the bracket. You can push enter like that, so you get that too. Let's see result. So I have my minimum sales to be 1,377. So let's get our max sales to equals max. I want to deal with sales too here. Sales, press enter. So max sales, that's max sales. I think Okay, so that is that we have the average, the total, the medium, 50% sales, minimum sales, and the maximum sales. So that so there are a lot of other mathematical functions you can check. I will provide a material with this video, so you can check other function, a lot of function that you can use for to perform particular calculations here too. You don't want to use your um don't want to write, you can have some formulas here too. Look at some of the formulas they have. There are other mathematical and statistical function that you can have here. So these are uh, some of the formulas here. So maybe you check a formula and you don't know how to, you don't know the usage. You can usually just note the formula and just go to Google and type in the formula on Excel, then you will get an explanation on the usage and all. So those are the most common formula you'll be using, the minimum, average, and other formula. So we've dealt with the mathematical and statistical functions now. So next video, check on the textual function. See you next class.